Hey, this is Patriot J News, and I want to talk to you for a second before I put up this article because you see what's happening with socialism. When you hand somebody something like free Medicare, and then you can't afford it, they don't understand that you can't afford it, and they riot. And when you have a free socialist society that finally tanks and finally runs out of money, you get what Venezuela is getting. You know, public officials who liked riding that gravy train and really enjoyed all this free stuff just can't understand how they ran out of money. How everybody took up all of the money. And why they're losing it. And this kind of shows you on a smaller level what the Democrats are willing to do over, losing something like the Obamacare, which is crashing and dying. We've already had senators shot, our government officials shot, and we've had, fake news, just this, all kind of problems. And this is on a smaller level. And Venezuela is seeing it full blast. What happens when you just give, and people expect it to happen? Not understanding how they got the stuff in the first place or what pays for it. We'll bring up this article. Because this is happening on a larger level because they went full retard, as they say. Alright, Venezuela. Helicopter strafes court in terrorist attack. This is coming from the AP. And it says Caracas, Venezuela. A police helicopter fired on Venezuela's Supreme Court and Interior Ministry in what President Nicolas Maduro said was a thwarted terrorist attack aimed at ousting him of power. Now this man's trying to fix it, but, they're out of money. The confusing incident, which may ratchet up tensions in a country already paralyzed by months of deadly anti-government protests, took place in Maduro was speaking live on state television Tuesday as a high court handed down a series of rulings against the opposition. He later said the helicopter had fired on a pro-government court with grenades, one of which didn't go off, having to avoid any loss of life. Adding to the intrigue, pictures of the blue police helicopter carrying anti-government banner appeared on social media around the same time as a video in which the apparent police pilot and budding action movie actor, a movie actor, how about that, identified as Oscar Perez, called for rebellion against Maduro's tyranny. So they're doing the same thing there. They're using actors to try to overthrow the government. He said he was part of the coalition of renegade members of the country's security forces. Authorities said they are still searching for the man. We have two choices: be judged tomorrow by our conscience and the people, or begin today to free ourselves from the corrupt government, the man said, while reading from the manifesto in front of four figures dressed in fatigues, wearing ski masks and carrying assault rifles. There is no sign of any police or troops taking part in uprising. Many of Maduro's opponents took to social media to accuse the president of orchestrating the elaborate ruse to justify a crackdown against those speaking to his block his plan to rewrite the Constitution. Venezuela has roiled by anti-government protests the past 3 months that have left at least 75 people dead and hundreds injured. Less than 2 hours later, still on state TV, Maduro sounded alternately calm and angry as he told the audience about what had happened in the airspace just beyond the presidential palace. It could have caused a tragedy with several dozen dead and injured, he said, calling it a terrorist attack. Of course it's a terrorist attack. Information Minister Ernesto Villegas later read a statement accusing those in the helicopter of firing 15 shots against the Interior Ministry as a reception was taking place for 80 people celebrating National Journalist Day, and then flew a short distance to the court, which was in session, and launched what he said was 4 Israeli-made grenades of Colombian origin, 2 of them against National Guardsmen protecting the building. So, I'm going to put this in the description box. So, when we talk about socialism, once it starts, it's kind of like the Terminator. It can't be reasoned with. It will keep coming until it destroys you. Do you really want that in your country? Because you're seeing it on a small level here with just Obamacare, trying to take away that because it ain't working and there's not enough money. You're starting to, you see that there's, people being shot over it, and all the nasty lies about people are going to die, because they don't have health care. Half the people can't even afford it. The only people that's on Obamacare are the people who can afford it, and that's very little, because some people are having to shell out $7,000 just to get on the plan. I know, because I have a friend who wanted on it, couldn't afford to get on it. So, you're not talking about, poor blacks. You're not talking about poor Mexicans trying to get on it. Only people that's on it and bitching about it are the leftists who are actors who can afford it, or people who work for the government who make a large amount of money, or just have a lot of money, period. Because the poor don't have it. They can't afford it. Who can pony up $7,000? Think about it. I'm Patriot Jay, and I'm your Southern voice for your news. I love you. I love America. God bless.